Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We've got something pretty cool here today. This is the Bluetti AC180 power bank, power station, solar generator, whatever you want to call it. I just bought this online. I ordered it 2 days ago on Amazon and it just showed up today. This is going to be an unboxing, a quick review, a charging, and then most importantly, what I want to know is I want to test it out. I want to see specifically if it can run my fridge and a couple of lights, and for how long. So this is an actual unboxing. I've never owned one of these. I have not opened this yet, and this is actually the first solar generator that I have ever owned. So I am super excited to have a look at this together with you guys and see how it works. Anyone that knows my channel knows that I am definitely, an outdoor prepper. But I also have several gasoline generators because I really do believe that there's going to be a time. All right, this is double boxed. I'm struggling to open this. I do believe there's going to be a time where the grid, goes down, whether it's from a storm, cyber attack, another nation. I have no idea, but I'm sure that time will come. All right, just for the sake of the camera. This is like double boxed. This is packaged really, really well. Once you fold all these side pieces down, we've got an instruction manual. We've got a little box here, assuming that is like cables, but again, I don't know. I've never owned a solar generator of any type, let alone a Bluetti. All right, this is packaged, I think, really well. Let me try to take this out of the box. Guys, this is heavy. This is no joke. I carried this up the stairs and I was completely out of breath. This is, I'm also out of shape, but let's get the box off the table. Let's get this out of the package. And let's get some initial impressions here. All right, this is 30 pounds. So like I just said, I ordered this a couple of days ago, and I actually ordered like a little scuff mark or something. I ordered this, the AC180, and I ordered the larger unit, the AC200L. That is double the weight of this. That is 60 pounds. That has not arrived yet, but I hope that will arrive any day now. Let's see what's in this box here. All right, we've got the charging cable. This is just like any old computer charging cable. This is the grounding plug. This is to charge it from a cigarette lighter. And these are the barrel plug to the, I don't know the correct term for these, so I don't want to butcher it, but this is for the solar panels. There's a name for that plug. I'm just a little unfamiliar with it. I paid for this with my own money. I bought this on Amazon. It was on sale. Bluetti had a sale basically, for the month of March, and I paid $650 for this. This is a AC180. The specs are on the front. So it's 1800 watt inverter, 1152 watt hours. You're not going to get 1152 watt hours because there's some power loss with the inverter itself. But wow. All right, initial impressions. I really like this. It's actually very well made, very high quality. I watched a review the other day of a gentleman who took the whole solar generator apart, the whole case apart, everything. And it was actually very, very nicely made inside. I was extremely impressed. Basically from here on down, our batteries, the inverter and all the associated hardware is from this point up. The screen and all this is one unit that comes out. I'll try to find that video and I'll link it. Like I said, somebody else made it, but they did a really good job. On the top here, it says wireless charging, output 15 watts. So that's pretty cool. Look, I'm a big gasoline generator fan. And the reason being, I think a gasoline generator is what you need to power your house for a prolonged amount of time. However, I bought this for a reason, and I want you to hear me out. We had a pretty bad rainstorm last weekend where I live, and we did not lose power, but I looked outside and the whole yard, the patio, everything. I mean, it was like submerged in water. And the rain went on for hours. If we had lost power, I could not safely have brought the generator outside to start it up, excuse me, and place it basically in a puddle of water to use it. So it got me thinking, if there's a hurricane or if there's a storm and you lose power during that storm, you're not going to want to go outside, and it may not even be safe to go outside and start that gasoline or propane generator. So a solar generator like this, basically a battery bank, has a real use case. This would be great to power my fridge and a couple of lights for the duration of that storm until I can get outside and start that generator. And then when I start the generator, I can charge this right back up. And this could also, power the fridge at night. Maybe you live in an area where, you may not want to leave that generator running outside at night because somebody might steal it. You charge this up right before, nightfall, and then you use this to run your fridge and a couple of lights, and then in the morning when there's light and everything, you go back out and you start the generator. That's kind of my goal for this. That's what I purchased this for. Obviously, I don't know if it's going to accomplish that goal because I've never owned this, but let's charge this up and then let's do a test. I'm going to plug it in to my fridge and 2 lights because I think that's my goal. If there was a big storm, I want to power the fridge and I want to power 2 lights, obviously in different locations, and charge my phone. So I want to simulate that today. Well, today into tomorrow. It's 8:30 at night right now. I want to charge this up. It's probably going to take about an hour or so. Let's see what it's charged with. All right, it shows 57% charge. With this 57% charge and no usage, it says 99.9 hours. Obviously, that's going to drop exponentially once you plug in a fridge. I just turned on the AC inverter, and it dropped to 65 hours. Guys, this is really nice, I have to be honest. Like I said, I've never owned any solar generator, so I'm very impressed. I really am very, very impressed. But let's do that. Let's plug this in. Let's get this charged up to 100. And then let's plug in that fridge and let's plug in those 2 lights and let's just let it run until it dies. Because that's what I need to know. I need to know how long can I run my fridge. I have an average, normal refrigerator. It's made by Haier. Refrigerator on the top, freezer on the bottom. And I'm going to plug in 1 lamp with 2 LED bulbs. And I'm going to turn on both bulbs to simulate 2 lamps in 2 different locations. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video just for a second. I just want to take a quick look through the manual. I want to download the app on my phone. And then we'll be right back. We're going to plug it in, let it charge, see how long it takes to get to 100 from 57%. And then we're going to do a test on the fridge and simulate, a power failure. So we will be right back. And so guys, I'm back. Before I plug it in, I just read the manual and I just downloaded the app, which was super easy. I paired it right to the unit. I just figured, let me zoom in a little bit here. I just took the camera off the tripod just so you can get a better look at it. This thing is heavy. It is meaty, and I can only imagine what the AC200L is going to feel like when that shows up, hopefully tomorrow. As soon as I powered it on, I heard a quick fan noise, like the fan just came on, which is to be expected, I guess. I just read in the manual, just so you can see on the top, that's the wireless output. There's a sticker. I can't really read what that sticker says. I just read the manual, and it said that when you plug it in, it charges in standard mode, which is best for the battery. You could charge in turbo mode. This is where you plug in the computer type plug. That's the reset breaker, and that's the grounding lug. You can charge in turbo mode, which will charge this up faster. Or silent mode. I'm not really concerned about the fan noise if that comes on. So I'm just going to charge this in standard. So I don't know. All right, so that must be on. I don't know if you just heard the fan right there. And that's off. So let's go ahead and get this plugged in, and then we'll come right back, and we'll see how long this takes to charge. All right, I'm back. I got this plugged in. This is some seriously thick power cable here. This is no joke. This is not like your computer cable. So if you can see on the screen here, it's plugged in. I'm going to stop talking for a second so you can hear the fan. I feel the air. I feel the air moving. There's two fans here. It must blow air through the unit. It was just charging at like 800 watts input. Now it's at 275, 77. It's kind of moving around a little bit. And I guess from the number under the 58%, there's about 2.2 hours until full charge. So it is 8:50 right now. So 8:50, 9:50, so about, I don't know, 10:50. This should be charged. So we'll see. We'll come back at 10:50, give or take, see if this is charged, and then that'll be a good test. I'm going to plug in the fridge, and we'll see, and two lights, and see how long this lasts. I'll go to sleep with this running. Initial impressions, really, really happy. This is a really nice unit. I gotta be honest. It's hefty. It does not feel cheap. You know, sometimes you get something on Amazon, it feels kind of flimsy and cheap. No way. This has some heft to it. This feels like it picked up a 30-pound, you know, kettlebell. This is heavy. So let's let this charge. We'll come back in about 2 hours, and we'll see where it's at. All right, welcome back. Time right now is 9:50, so it's really only been 1 hour. It was 8:50 when I plugged this in and started, and we were at around 55%, give or take. Let's take a look. 1 hour later, 99%. That's pretty good. I got to be honest, I was watching it while it was charging with the app. The app is really, really easy to use. It took me like a minute to download it, 2 minutes to connect everything, create an account. Very pleased. And on the left side here, you can see the input. It's actually been going, it fluctuates between about 200, it was up to 1100 watts for a little while. So that's obviously very intentional, and I think it's good for the battery. And actually you can see it's ticking up there. 500, 600 watts, 700 watts, 800. This is the input, 900. I hear the fan kicking on. 1000, 1080. So it varies the input, which obviously, like I said, I think is good for the battery. I actually tried a pair of AirPods, wireless charging. Those worked great. Obviously, you got to hit the DC inverter to turn that on. So the screen times out after a couple of seconds. But so I think what I'm going to do right now, we're almost at 100. We'll probably be at 100 within the next, I don't know, 10 minutes. Once this reaches 100%, I'm going to turn it off and just let the battery rest for about 30 minutes. I don't know if you need to do that or not, but to be honest, I think it's probably helpful. You don't want to go from like an intense charge cycle to just immediately throw a load on it. Maybe you can, but I'm going to let it rest for probably 30 minutes. Then I'm going to take it into the kitchen. I'm going to plug in the fridge into one lamp with 2 bulbs. We're going to time it out. We're going to let it run the whole night and see what it does. So we'll be back in about 30 minutes. But if I could just ask you a little housekeeping, if you could like and subscribe if you found this helpful, it would really mean a lot to me and really help the channel out. So I will come back in about 30 minutes once the battery has rested for a little bit. And again, this should be at 100 any minute. And then I'm going to turn it off, let it rest for 30 minutes, and then we'll meet you back in the kitchen. All right, guys, I'm back. That last 1%, it took quite a while. I thought it was going to take maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. To go from 99% to 100, it took me, probably about a good 30 minutes, 35 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes. It's 10:54 right now, almost 11 o'clock at night. It's fully charged. I really like the app. It's very fast to connect and just easy to use. So I'm in my kitchen, pardon the mess here, everything's kind of all over the place. I had to pull the fridge forward to get the plug out from behind it. As you can see, it's a full-size fridge. Freezer on the bottom, fridge on the top. So it's unplugged right now. I brought this light in here as well. This light has 2 LED bulbs. Each one takes approximately 9 watts, but we'll find out when I turn on the Bluetti. So the test that I want to run here, and what I really want to see is how long will this power the full-size fridge and 2 LED light bulbs. The reason I say 2 is in an emergency, obviously I'm going to try to conserve as much power as I can. But for safety and security, to prevent injury or falls, I'm most likely going to keep 2 lamps on with 1 bulb in each lamp. So obviously for testing, it's easier if I just take 1 lamp with 2 bulbs as opposed to 2 lamps with 1 bulb. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So we're showing a full state of charge. The fan kicks on. Let's turn the AC inverter on. All right, we heard that click. Let's go over here to my lamp. We've got 1 light on. Let's do the other one. Just gonna reset that. All right, so we've got both bulbs are illuminated just so you can see in the lamp. And this is showing, it doesn't even show any output. I'm sure it can detect this output, but why is it not showing it? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I was anticipating that it would show some output there. By my rough calculations, the output should be approximately 18 watts, give or take. Now let's plug in the fridge. See what happens here. I'll tell you, these plugs are pretty tight. Alright, let's go ahead and open the fridge. Alright, with the door open, obviously it's consuming some power. Let's even open the freezer. Let's let it, get a little warm in there so the compressor turns on. And we'll see, what we're dealing with. I'm just going to turn off these lights and see if we get any change. Alright, both lights are off. Lights are back on. Alright, so it is showing the output from the lights, presumably. The fridge just has a couple of really small LED lights, so I don't anticipate that that's going to take too much power. The fridge is lit up though inside, so let's see what happens. It is 10:57. Like I said, the screen times out. Alright, so we're showing output of between 16 and 18 watts, which, again, by my rough calculations, these LED bulbs are approximately 8 to 9 watts each. So 16 to 19 watts is what we're showing. Let's open the door to the fridge again, see if that LED bulb really does anything. Maybe 2 watts, 2-3 watts. All right, I think it's pretty accurate. Let's just show you here through the seam of the fridge. You can see it's lit up. So, all right, it is 10:58, and we'll go by the microwave clock, 10:59. And let's reconvene in, I don't know, 5 hours, 6 hours. I'm going to go to bed pretty soon. So if I wake up in the middle of the night, to get a drink of water, I'll come in here. We'll take a look at it. Otherwise, we'll reevaluate in the morning. I'm hoping to get at least 9 hours. From what I saw online with, not the same unit, other brands, they were testing refrigerators with about 900 watts, 1,000 watt-hour batteries. Looked like they were getting about 9 hours, so we'll see. We got the AC180. It's plugged into the fridge. It's powering these two light bulbs here in my lamp. And it's 11 o'clock at night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back. As you can see, it's pretty bright outside. It's daylight. This thing has been running all through the night. Let's check the time on the microwave clock. It is now 9:34 in the morning. It's been 10 and a half hours. Let's see where we're at. Wow, still 23% left. It's showing about 2.7 hours of runtime left. This has been running for 10 and a half hours, powering my 2 LED bulbs on my regular lamp and my full-size fridge. Guys, this is an absolute slam dunk win for the Bluetti 180. I am so impressed. I mean, basically what this means is during a power outage, I've got a good 10, 11, 12, maybe even 13 hours of runtime on the fridge and the two lights. And you know what? When I'm sleeping, I don't need the two lights on, so obviously I'll kill those. I kept them on to try to, see how long it would last, but if I were to kill those, that's going to save me about another 20 watts an hour. So this thing is awesome. And let me tell you, I didn't really talk too much about it, but you can charge this with solar. The PV is photovoltaic. And I checked it a couple of times during the night. Right now, screen time's out. Right now it's running 65 watts. That's just maintaining the fridge with the compressor running. I did notice early on that when I had the refrigerator door and freezer door open for some time to let it really, warm up in there, the fridge was pulling about 105, 110 watts of power. And then it kind of, eventually, once it cooled down, now when it's running, it's around 65 watts of power. Well, minus 20, because 20 are from the lights. So, if I were to plug in a 200 watt solar panel during the day, I'd be bringing in 200 watts. I'd be, using 65 watts. That's a win-win. I've got the whole day to charge up. You can get long cables for the panels. You put them in like direct sunlight, and I can maintain this fridge indefinitely on the panels, during the day, and then again at night, I just run off the battery. So listen, if you're on the fence about the Bluetti AC180, in my opinion, this is a solid, thumbs up, buy it immediately. I'm really, really happy with it. And I am super stoked to get the AC200L, get that out of the package and test that out and see what that can do. Because that is double the size of this, double the capacity. The inverter on that one is, I think, 2,400 watts. It's got a 2,000 watt hour battery. But again, super, super happy with the AC180. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. Ask any questions you've got. I'm going to run this through a lot more tests. But yeah, this thing is awesome. Thanks for watching.